welcome to week 4 of the Geographies of Creativity module. This week we are discussing one of my favourite topics, which is around politics and the politics of creativity, how politics gets entangled in creativity, how people use their creative vision and impulse and skills and the amazing ideas people have to shape and change the world and to address the challenges that they're really kind of irritated by. I'm really fascinated in the way creativity mobilizes people, the ideas that people have which generate a kind of shared sense of ownership and vision around what an alternative future could look like. You know, when people get really frustrated about something and they just want to do something and they use the power that they've got within their hands or the materials close by them to enact, to do, to change, and you know, the mobilizing force that has. And I think about my own encounters with creativity as a way of resistance, and I think about the collegial way in which I've worked with other people, gently thinking about ways in which we could perhaps do an activity together which enables us to talk and chat, but also enables us to gain strength from each other, or to enable us to share a powerful message with other people, which helps people understand our point of view and what we're trying to do. So all of this is about how we act as individuals, as humans, as communities in the world to change and shape the things around us that we would like to impact. And that's one way of thinking about creativity, the way in which we as activists, whether that's with a real capital A as a political activist or just someone wanting to kind of shape something, to change something in their life for the better, enters into this realm of the relationship between creativity and politics. But there's also a kind of what we I don't know if we call it a capital P politics, but a kind of a national governance, policy, international politics, which creativity also gets enrolled with. And one of the things we're going to do this week is to read chapter 3 of Ollie Mould's book Against Creativity. And this is a powerful chapter which makes the connection between perhaps platforms which have emerged through the creative industries, like media platforms, like particular types of television programs or Facebook, and we're going to see how those kind of creative outputs have been enrolled in the way in which politicians and influencers sort of use those platforms to mobilise for their own end. What that then does is binds creativity into a different type of politics, a politics which is enrolled in a kind of an agenda which is about ensuring a kind of particular type of politics, a particular type of capitalism, a particular type of vision. And this can result in a sense of creativity being in the thrall of capitalism, and perhaps a less progressive sense of politics and creativity working together. So we have this tension this week around a progressive sense of politics and creativity about kind of change and thinking about addressing issues of social injustice. And on the other hand, we have the gritty side of creativity and its relationship with politics, the way in which creativity gets enrolled, the way in which creative outputs can be used for people's ends, which aren't always as progressive as we perhaps might hope creativity to be. So this week is all about setting up your blog post around the theme of politics. You'll hand that in week 8. And I'm hoping that by the end of this week you'll have thought critically about the relationship between creativity and politics. You'll have seen some amazing examples of people doing things in the world which are radical and hope to shape people's worlds for the better. And you'll have started to think about the kind of the ways in which creativity can be enrolled for good and perhaps for not so good. So I hope you enjoy this week. I've certainly really enjoyed recording the materials for you and thinking about the readings I'd love you to do. And I look forward to sharing in the live cast the work that we will do together. Thanks very much.